Hello, my name is Sharon Moore, and I would like to share a little bit of information with you today about book talks. I've had students, I've had teachers to ask me, what is a book talk? And I like to share that information. Also, I've had them to ask me, well, now that I know what a book talk is, how do I do one? And I'm hoping today, when you look at this, you will learn the same thing, what a book talk is, and how do you go about doing a book talk. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the presentation.
What is a book talk?
Miss Moore, what is a book talk? Books can't talk, can they?
We've been talking a lot about book talks, and I've asked you to do one, but what I want to tell you about, what is a book talk? A book talk is a commercial. It's just like watching TV, and they're trying to advertise. What's the purpose of a commercial? Why do they have commercials? Why do they have commercials, Clint?
To show you stuff.
Why are they showing it to you? What do they want you to do about it, Enora?
They want to entertain.
They're entertaining you. That's what the shows do, but what are the commercials for? Frazier?
They want you to get it, to buy it.
They want you to buy it. Well, I don't want you to go buy a book, but I do want you to get interested in other books other than what you've been reading. So that's why we're going to do book talks. It's also like a movie trailer. You've ever seen a movie trailer where before the movie comes out, they show you clippings of the movie? Why do they show you the clippings of the movie, Audrey?
Because they want you to watch the movie.
They want you to watch the movie. Well, the reason why we're going to do the book talk is to get people to read books. Okay? Does everybody understand what a book talk is? It's like a commercial and a movie trailer. Okay? What a book talk is. Does anyone have any questions so far? Clint?
How do you do a book talk? Yeah, how do you do it? That's my question.
Oh, I didn't. Well, that's what we're going to talk about next. How to do a book talk.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going fine. I had a great lesson today on book talks.
You know, I've heard of book talks, but how do you do them?
It's a simple series of steps.
Well, how do I start?
When you do your book talk, there are certain things need to be included in your book talk. The author's name, the book title, you want when it was published, and any awards that the author may have won. The setting. When you describe the setting of your book, be sure to include the time and place. Talk about your main characters. Supporting characters. You want to give details about both. What happens in the beginning of the story? What is the problem or obstacle that the main characters face? But don't give away the ending. What connections did you make with the story? What do you think was the author's purpose for writing the story? What did you learn about yourself and others from reading the story? And how has this story affected you? And how would you rate the book? That's one thing you want to definitely include. If it's a 5-star book, tell them it's a 5-star book. If it's a 1-star book, then you might want to choose a different book to do your book talk on. All right, you asked me how to do a book talk. Well, what I've given you are some note-taking papers and a rubric. Everybody have theirs?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and put them down. All right. You want to make sure you choose a book. You have to choose a book for your book talk. Because how you going to do a book talk if you don't even go and choose the book? So you got to choose a book. And then you're going to keep it short, interesting. It's going to be an oral report on a book that you have read and want to share with your peers and your teachers. Make sure you rehearse your book talk at home. You need to practice for what you're going to say when you get up in front of the class and do your book talk. You may want to practice it with your parent or your guardian. Choose places where you want to pause and look at the audience, because when you're doing a book talk, you want to make sure you have good eye contact.
Hi, my name is Reese Marshall, and the book I'm doing my book talk on is Pippi Longstocking. It was written by Astrid Lindgren. I would give this book 5 out of 5 stars. The book is about a girl named Pippi Longstocking who can live with a horse and a monkey with no parents. Her mother died when she was tiny, and she believes that her father is the king of cannibals. She has really, really crazy adventures, like wrestling a really strong man at the circus, which she spells circus like S-I-K-U-R-S. That's how she spells circus. Dancing with the burglars, which is really crazy, and playing tag with policemen on her route, which I think is the craziest. I would describe Pippi as adventurous, crazy, strange, but she has a good heart. And another important main characters are Tommy and Annika, 2 siblings that wish they could be in Pippi's shoes and go on the same adventures, because she's so adventurous. The main problem is that she is too wild. She needs parents. She can have caramel corn for dinner, and she can have caramel corn for dessert. She can go to bed whenever she wants to. It's just crazy. And the policeman tried to put her in a children's village, but it just didn't work out. But this is what the solution was. They just let her stay. She just stayed in the house. And she did her way to the children's village. I like this book because it was really good and it was funny. And I wish I could be more like Pippi, but I can't, because I can't go on my roof and play tag with policemen, which is very sad. And I can't eat caramel corn.
Hello, my name is Audrey Cuzzoni, and I'm doing my book talk on Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Last Straw. I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. The author's name is Jeff Kinney. I like this book because it is very funny, and it is good. The main characters in the book are Greg Heffley, Roderick, Manny, Greg's mom and dad, and his friend Rowley. The story takes place at Greg's house, Rowley's house, a pool, soccer field, and some other kids' house. They didn't say their name. The main problem is Greg's dad is trying to send him to military school. The solution is, well, you're going to have to read the book to find out. Is Greg going to go to military school, or is he going to stay? You'll have to read to find out.
Hello again. You have just watched a presentation about book talks. I just want to remind you of a few of the things that I wanted you to get from our presentation. First thing, make sure you define your book talk to your students. Go over your expectations using a rubric. Give out note-taking materials before you go over what your expectations are. Make sure they know when the due date is so they can be prepared. Allow them time to choose a book. Then they're going to also need time to read their books. And then they will need to practice. Make sure you emphasize that they practice. And after that, just sit back and relax as you watch them present these wonderful book talks. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.